Go. Hey, speaking of getting high, the power of joy is a natural high. And in part 2 of our series on joy, we take a look at the effect that emotion has on our children and the ability to use what could be called camp joy in a child's life to bring them back from trouble and turmoil. And it all starts at an early age. It's the best way to describe a newborn child. Just joy. And while newborns give joy, they aren't able to experience it until they're at least 3 months old.
This mother, as she continues to help this baby come back to joy, so they get outside of joy, bring him back to joy, get outside of joy, you're climbing what we would consider like the joy mountain. And at the top of that joy mountain, by the time that baby reaches 12 months old, you can experience all the joy that is humanly possible at 12 months. And so this baby has been climbing, mommy's been helping him climb the joy mountain, and now we're in camp joy. When you're dealing with a small child and you take him out camping, you better watch him. Because if you don't watch that child and you take him out camping, what's going to happen? You may never see him again. They get lost, they can get outside and then not return, not find their way back.
Which means you have to build your family's emotional camp joy as large as you can so they never lose sight of it.
And so you can be kicked outside of joy for all kinds of reasons, like despair and shame and guilt and sadness.
By creating a soft place to land for your family, finding joy in everyday simple living, and making your home a happy place, even in turmoil, you increase that desire by family to be near you. It helps them return to camp joy in tough times.
So it's really important when a child makes a mistake that we also let them know we're okay. You know, we don't let things like one issue, for example, spill over into every area of the relationship.
It doesn't mean not disciplining your child when they misbehave.
Let's say you're grounded. You're grounded for life, like they did something really wrong, but we can still go out and shoot baskets with them in the background, or we can still set the table and laugh and have fun. We can let them know that we're a safe place for their difficulties. And you know what? There's always a way back to joy.
It just means learning to separate the child from the action.
But if we're always in turmoil and we're always in a mess and we always have trauma and difficulties in life, it's very difficult for a child to find their way back to joy. It shrinks their joy identity. We want a big joy identity.
If your kids make mistakes and wander from Camp Joy, and they will, see it as an opportunity.
Your ability to return to joy is by getting outside of joy and finding your way back. So all your troubles and your difficulties and your problems that you have in life, they're actually not a bad thing. They're a good thing, because as you return, as you begin to find your way back to joy, you build the strength so that the next time you get kicked outside of joy, you can see your way back, and that's what we call hope.
So do you want the power of joy working in your life?
Yes, I love joy. I live for joy.
We do. Okay, so here is your homeworks, Mom and Dads. First of all, start actively using the joy face when you speak to your family. So what is the joy face, you ask?
Yeah, I want to see this.
It's like round eyes and smile. You know when you're walking, let's say, for instance, Daff, come back just for a sec. When you are...
We have to see Connie with the joy face.
Well, here's the joy face, like round eyes and smile. Right? But when you're walking down the street in New York, nobody does that. Nobody smiles at each other. Nobody talks to each other.
Well, I do, and let me tell you, people think that I'm like an alien or something.
Well, what happens when you give that face? People give it back.
Sometimes, but not in New York
Do
City.
the face. Do the face. Give me the joy face.
There's my joy face.
Yes, exactly. And how can you not be happy when you see somebody like that?
Smiling
so it's contagious, and it cycles 6 seconds every 6 times every second. So you give it, and then you get it back. So you have to dish it out first. So you have to have that joy face with your family. The next thing is work on separating your child from their issue, and that's a big one. Punish them if there is the crime that they deserve there, but don't let it spill over into everything else around you. And keep your home joyful and stress-free. Also, just out of the blue, say, I love being your mom. And it helps you kind of slow down and connect, and it'll bring your child closer to you as well. And then in times of crisis, with your teens, write 50 things that you love about them and call out the good in that child, and then give it to them so they can really focus on the good too, and it'll help lead them back to you and back to Camp Joy. There you go. Well, we have all the homework on our website for you at abc15.com. Click on the lifestyle link at the top of the page and then Smart Family. And tomorrow, Christy's going to join us again to talk about getting in touch with your sensual side, ladies, and how you can increase joy for you and your spouse through a few simple steps you do at home.